Abortion.
Abortion? I think you mean abortion, Owen. Just a little bit of friendly advice. You might want to make sure that your camera is recording before you start speaking.
Abortion and the right to have one
Killing kids and the right to do so
are issues that reflect the need for feminism in the 21st century. Obviously, an abortion is where you terminate a fetus.
Yes, an abortion is the killing of an unborn baby. And before anyone goes throwing a fit at me and corrects me and saying, no, it's not a baby, it's a fetus, the Google definition of a fetus is basically an unborn human baby. So there.
Inside the womb before it has a chance to grow into a baby child.
What do you mean before it grows into a baby child? I just established right here, looking at the Google dictionary, that a fetus is already, by definition, a baby, just it's unborn.
And many senior Republican, conservative, and traditional politicians think that this should be prohibited or even banned outright.
Yes, I believe that abortion should be generally banned, especially in this case of abortion in the name of convenience. Say, for example, you get drunk and you have sex and you get pregnant. To kill your own unborn child who did nothing wrong in that case, just it was your own carelessness, that is unacceptable and should not be allowed. Even in the case of rape, the child did nothing wrong and yet he or she still gets all the punishment via death. That is unacceptable as well. In the case of rape, I can understand more if you are for that, but I still think it's unacceptable. But in life of mother circumstances, that is different, and generally I think that should be allowed. But even so, there are some medical procedures that are able to save both the life of mother and child, and an abortion wouldn't be necessary.
And that's a sign of an invasion of women's rights.
And to allow abortion is an invasion on an unborn child's right to life.
Because the right to an abortion is something that every woman and any person who can give birth should have in a modern, progressive society.
Owen, should they also be allowed to kill their child outside of the womb?
You look at the actions of Donald Trump and his Republican Party, and the actions they're taking to defund women's health centres, to demonise the idea of abortions.
Yes, we conservatives hate the idea of proactively killing children. That is why we demonize it, Owen.
To essentially paint people who want an abortion as either sluts.
I'm going to assume that you are talking about Rush Limbaugh's comments and calling women who want their contraceptives paid for are sluts. Correct me if I'm wrong in that, but let's move on. In that case, yes, women who do want their contraceptives paid for are essentially whores and sluts. You know why that is? Because they are getting paid to have sex. They are getting paid abortions, or contraceptives more precisely, just so that they could have sex and not suffer the consequences for it. It is no different from a pimp giving a hooker a salary to have sex with some other man.
People who wouldn't care for enough or paint the idea as though it's something negative, when in fact it is just a right, and it shouldn't matter how someone gets pregnant. It's their right to an abortion.
So a woman has sex while drunk and then she gets pregnant, and so therefore she is justified to kill her own child. Sounds humane.
And the fact that this has been so easily attacked by people in government and the president himself shows that feminism and women's rights are very much still a thing that are required in the first world, in progressive countries even. You look in Ireland, where many women have to cross the border just to get an access to a safe abortion.
And us pro-lifers believe that abortion should be banned in general all over the world, so what's your point in bringing that up? Now, if in Ireland they have even life of mother situations, abortion is banned, well then that's a little bit of a different situation. We can talk about decriminalizing that. And I'm sure that myself and most pro-lifers, all in all, would not disagree with you on that, Owen.
Which is shocking. That should never happen in a first world country. You look at this country, where you have priests and Catholic ministers trying to argue that the people who have abortions are sinful and thus shouldn't be funded.
Yes, there are those among us who do not want our tax dollars going towards baby murders. What a terrible, horrendous thing for us to want, Owen. And he also mentioned Catholic priests and so on and so forth. This is what I get tired with the pro-abortionists side, is that they always argue that the pro-life movement is strictly a religious motivation. You know that there are pro-life atheists out there, right? I mean, think about it in a secular point of view. Secularists believe that murder is wrong, and so some of them will think that abortion is murder and therefore is wrong. Whether it be religiously you think it's a sin, or secularly you think abortion is murder, it doesn't matter.
That's outrageous. Like, why should anyone's reason for an abortion be taken against them and used as a negative against someone? The abortion itself is a right. It doesn't matter how the woman decided to not have the abortion. Literally, you could have the reason could literally be, I wanted to spite my husband. It's a terrible reason, and hopefully the husband would leave his wife after that.
So you admit that it is wrong for a woman to get an abortion out of spite against her spouse, and yet you still think it should be allowed? Again, would these rules still apply if the child was born, if the child was outside the womb? Would we still have the same set of rules right then? Where do you draw the line when it comes to murder, Owen? Have you no moral compass on murder at all?
But it's still her right. She can still well terminate the baby.
So now we're classifying them as babies instead of fetuses. I'm glad that you're at least catching on that part, Owen.
But there's no justification required for the abortion. It's a right, I feel. And obviously women have, it's good to talk to people about it and stuff. But at the end of the day, it's still a right. It shouldn't be down to other people's factors, especially not traditionalist, religious fundamentalist people who think that their own insecurities and beliefs about human life should be transposed into everyone else.
So abortion should still be a right, nevertheless, of what other people's belief on human life is that they want to transpose on everyone else. Is that what I'm understanding from you, Owen? I couldn't quite tell because of that bit of garbled up speech right there, but if that is what you're saying, well then I'm pretty sure that serial killers go saying that to themselves every single day they go on a mass murder.
And the fact that so many people are in government now trying to defund abortion shows that feminism and the fight for women's rights is still relevant in the 21st century. Because, quite frankly, the fact that we have people trying to make women's lives less safe just to fit their own ideals.
No, it's not that we want to make women's lives less safe. It's that we want to make unborn children's lives more safe. That is what our ideals are, Owen.
It's outrageous, and we should all be trying to combat that if we truly believe in a fair society.
Hey guys, if you liked the video, smash that like button. If you want to see more videos like this, hit subscribe. If you want to see me respond to a specific video or article, comment down below with a link to the said article or video, and I might consider responding to it. Thanks for watching the video, and God bless.